DJ Immortal, live in the mix.
Alright, Outlaw Radio Live fans, we are live on the air right here, right now, with none other than Miami hip-hop legend, the P.O.D, one half of Young and Restless. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
We are doing great, man. We are doing great. First and foremost, I gotta say, man, you are an absolute legend, and thank you so much in advance for coming on the show and providing us with your time.
Ain't no pressure. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all having me on.
So I have to ask you, P.O.D, what made you decide to get into the music industry initially from the beginning?
Really, I was kind of like choiceless in that kind of, you know what I'm saying? My mom was a singer, and she used to perform a lot, and she actually had been a part of the New Supremes. My dad was the drummer for Casey and Sunshine Band, so it's like the music thing is just my blood, you feel me?
Hey, man, that's what's up, you know. It's always pretty easy to get into the industry when your parents are a part of it as well. You know, you have that influence when you're growing up.
Yeah.
And I have to ask you, so you were also...
all the while, my dad shot me a drum set when I was like 3 years old. That kind of like made it permanent, like this is what you're going to be doing regardless. So that's what it is. Do
you still drum, actually, to this day, or is that something you just did when you were younger?
I can still do a paradiddle here and there, and a drum roll, you feel me?
So you are also a part of the hip-hop duo Young and Restless, as we already know. Can you tell us a bit more about the formation? How did you both of you guys meet?
We met through some mutual friends of ours, and he was rapping and I was rapping, you know what I'm saying? I was more of the like lyrical battle rapper, you know what I'm saying? He was more of like the storytelling comedian rapper, you know what I'm saying? And so actually, when we clicked up as a group though, we didn't even do that. It was one of my homeboys named Al. His mom is Janice. She actually told us we would be better because she used to work for a record label, Merriweather Records. And she was trying to get us signed to them, but she was like, you know what, like, this would be so much easier and so much better for both of y'all if y'all be a group because, like, she told me this whole thing about brotherly love and how black men are supposed to stick together and stop trying to, like, be, like, she was just saying, like, stop being selfish. If you get the opportunity, bring somebody with you. Basically is what she was saying to us. And so it was actually her to put us together as a group, but the name Young and Restless was something I brought to the table.
And I have to say this, you guys had such amazing chemistry on the microphone, man. My favorite song you guys did was B-Girls. Just the way you guys changed the beat and flow in the middle of the song each time is just fucking phenomenal. You don't hear that anymore.
Actually, we was just talking about that, me and Charles, about, like, I think 2 nights ago. He called me like 1 o'clock in the morning. He was just like, he just had this big epiphany. And that was one of the things we brought up was like, you know, like when it comes down to the industry right now and the game right now, like, especially when it comes down to our young Miami artists, like no one's really bringing anything to the table. You know what I'm saying? When I wrote B-Girls in those 2 different sequences, the producer, Eric Griffin at the time, God bless the dead, he didn't even know how to make his machine do that. Like, he was like, I don't know how to make it like be 2 different sequences in the same song and change 2 different tempos. Like, it had never been done. There was no rap record that had ever done that. We were the first ones to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about being creative, and ain't no box. All that thinking outside the box, there is no box, man. You know what I'm saying? The world is a canvas. Paint your picture. Somebody gonna look at it.
And I have to say, before I move off the topic of that song, when I was actually younger, when I first discovered you guys, I had that record with that song. And I mean, it tripped me out when I first heard it because I thought my CD skipped. I thought it skipped onto the next song, so I'm like, what the hell just happened? So I went back and I was like, wait, what? It still said the same number of the track. What the hell?
Yeah. That's right. I never heard about it that before, so I thought my CD dropped. Yeah.
But either way, man, that song is phenomenal, man. I really do think real hip-hop needs to come back like that, man, because that's pure talent.
Yeah, and I actually think it is. I think it is. I think, you know, people are getting, you know, the harmonizing thing is kind of becoming redundant. Like, you know, if you want to sing, sing. You know what I'm saying? If you want to rap, rap. But if you could blend the both of them 2 together, that's fine. But when everybody sounding like everybody, it's time to get back to the basics. You know what I'm saying? And I think right now we're going to be in a spot where that's really going to happen because it's hard for you to actually get out and do anything, collaborate with other people and really stealing their thoughts or mimicking theirs. So now that we all locked in our houses right now due to this virus thing, the only thing you can really do is you. You know what I'm saying? So I figure, you know, it's going to get back to a time where everybody's going to bring their creative aspect back to the game and make it back what it used to be about lyrics, about producers being real producers, bringing them tracks. You know what I'm saying? Artists sitting down and writing their records, and the R&B singers coming on the tracks and doing their thing to us. You know, like, we're going to get back to that. I really feel like that.
And also, in 1989, Young and Restless released the album Something to Get You Hyped, which actually peaked at 104 on the Billboard Top 20 chart in the summer of 1990. I have to ask you, what was the inspiration and story behind that iconic record?
B-Girls, it was just, okay, honestly speaking, right, it was this girl I used to like when I was in the 9th grade, you feel me? And she used to always go out to the ice cream trucks, because we was allowed to go outside of the school campus to go out to different places to eat, come back from lunch break. This is senior high school. And so I was walking to the ice cream trucks, only to see her, though. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dang, girl, I like that girl right there. My homeboy Steve Bass was with me. He was like, man, you know, so get your mind off of it. These broads ain't nothing. These only never B-Girls out here. And I was like, B-Girls? I'm like, oh, what the fuck is a B-Girl? He's like, these folks want BMWs, they want Broncos, they want Bengals. I was like, ooh, nigga, I'm finna write that shit right there. You feel me? I just, the way he put it, and shit, the rest of it was history. I wrote it perfectly. I composed it perfectly, you know what I'm saying? And I just had Charles just come and jump on it, bro, like, write you 2 verses to this right here, and we gone. And it ended up happening.
And also, your second album in '92, which released your second album, that was called "That Was Then, This Is Now." I have to ask you, what's the story behind that other iconic record?
Okay, That Was Then, This Is Now album. We had really gone through a lot of different phases in life, just being teenagers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had really kicked into adulthood through the like this whole music career thing, it kicked off right when we were 18, 19. So, you know what I'm saying? By 1992, when we dropped That Was Then, This Is Now album, there was a lot of subliminal messages in that title and even in the album cover. Like, if you notice the album cover, it's actually the first album. The poster's ripped in half. And I'm holding, Charles is holding Young, and I'm holding Restless. You know what I'm saying? That was a subliminal message right there, like, to that was then and this is now. Like, we had grown out of our relationship with our first production company. We had grown out of the Kiki joking, all clean record thing. We had grown out of being high school kids. We in the streets then. We had grown out of being the kids where we had our own kids. So, like, That Was Then and This Is Now had a lot of subliminal messages behind the CD cover. You even see we on a chessboard. Like, it's so much behind that album cover that don't nobody know. You know what I'm saying? You have to really be an insider to know it. If you go back and pay attention to that CD cover right now, you will see everything I just told you. Right? You'll be like, damn. Like, for real, I couldn't believe I ain't fucking see this shit before talking to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause it's really in your face, but it's really not unless you, know the story behind it. But the album really didn't do the numbers we wanted to do, and it's a lot. Listen, the Yoke the Damn Thing record I had P.O.D produce that with all the everybody's doing a brand new dance now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had that on there, we had this roll on there. Either an Assassin was iconic. Let Me See You Jiggle that was crazy. Get Going Clown was like crazy, but like I said, we hadn't got into some other things and the record label ended up getting shot up. Let's just put it right there. Like, the label got shot up. Dudes not wanting to pay the funds out. They all went downhill from there. So they're like, okay, we're obligated to release the album, but we're not obligated to do no promotion. We ain't obligated to sing out on no tours. We're not obligated to do shit because we shot the label up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they did. They put it out, but we're not doing anything behind it. So everything that album did, it did all on its own, and that's the crazy part of it. That's what I love about when you can do what you do, then people gonna gravitate to it. I don't give a damn what. There's not one video on that album. We didn't do one tour behind that album. We didn't do anything. Everything that album did, it solely did it on its own.
And you know what? Sometimes things are just meant to happen, man. When you said that album just did it on its own, sometimes things are meant to happen. You know, the record label was treating you guys like shit, pretty much. And that album took off on its own, man. So, you know what? That's like a big FU to the record label, because if they would have pushed it, they could have got a hell of a lot more money if they would have.
Right. But that was the other part of the mining industry, too, in itself. I mean, you know, what I was told after I got so engulfed in it, you know, it was like all the greats were robbed first. You know what I'm saying? No one made it to where they needed to be unless the got robbed. And I didn't understand at first. I thought that was really fucked up. You know, I was like, that's bullshit. Like, that shouldn't be the fucking, like, that should not be the format behind it. You know what I'm saying? And as of late, I got a couple of friends that always tell me, Norris, you did the best ever because you failed big. Like, you can't jump out here and just think, like, you have to fail. He said, but you failed big. Like, you went platinum all on your own. First platinum rap artist from Miami, Florida. It was Leonerist. We were the first. No one went platinum in Miami, Florida before us. They went gold. They went double gold. But there was no platinum. The RIAA had not created platinum yet. And when they did, yeah, something to get your hype. The first rap platinum album from Miami, Florida, yeah, Young and Restless, we did that. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know, that shit just like crazy, man. I think about a lot of different things of it, you know what I'm saying? But back to like everybody getting robbed for their money, you know, our situation got fucked up with our label, but what I always tell people is like, you know, I was 17 years old, man, and the people took me for $1.3 million. You know what I'm saying? The people took Charles for $1.3 million. You know what I'm saying? But losing that $1.3 million, I learned how to make me $10 million. You feel me? And so it was the lesson in it. See, unless a bitch take you for something, you ain't gonna read your own contracts. You ain't gonna never learn the language of music. You know what I'm saying? You're never gonna learn the business. You think this shit about that motherfucking mic and that beat and going inside this booth and saying what it is you're saying. Yeah, that's the fun part. But the business, if you don't know the business, man, shit, boy, you went for hell and high water, because fame without fortune ain't shit. You feel me? Ain't nothing worse than the whole world knowing you and your ass is sleeping on the bus bench. That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like felt them when it was like, yo, like all the greats got took first, because it made them get into, well, where's the money? Oh, well, the publishing company is in the third. Well, who the fuck is the publishing company? Well, what the fuck is publishing? Well, what is the writer's rights? Well, so that's all. Well, how much are you getting paid from writers? What the fuck is the point on the album sales? Like, y'all giving us 3 points. What is the point? What is the point equivalent to percentage-wise? How many points are there in 100%? Like, you know, it makes you learn this shit. And you got to learn this shit to get your money on. That's what I call money. Money on. You feel me? You got to learn this shit. You got to know this shit to get your money. Because if you don't know the business part of it. You don't know shit. I don't give 2 fucks about your rhyme and your beat and all that. Listen, some of the stupidest records I ever heard in my life are some of the biggest. You feel me? So it's not about that. Look at this. Like, this bitch, I don't know if anybody knows the lyrics to that song, but when I learned the lyrics to this song, I say, like, this bitch literally just harmonized what the fuck she been doing for the past 2 hours. That's it. It don't rhyme nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's not one, like, real soulful lyric in it. This bitch literally just sung what she been doing the past 2 hours of her life. No rhyming skills, no. And that shit was iconic. You know what I'm saying? Because the paperwork was right. She signed the right deal, got in the right situation with the right company that had their paperwork done up in the right situations and the right deals with the other right companies, and this bitch is global. You feel me? And so it'll always be about the paperwork. I tell, when I go to the youth summits, when I do stop the violence speeches, when I go out to these high schools and I sit down and I talk to these kids in the auditoriums, I always tell them, man, learn the business. You know what I'm saying? Stay in school, learn how to read, learn how to write, learn how to count. Because if you don't know none of that shit right there, you dead in the music shit. You're dead. You are dead. You can't read, you can't write, you can't comprehend numbers, your ass is dead. Because you can talk about, well, I got a lawyer. I got the best lawyer in the industry. But he just lined up your publishing to go directly to his account every motherfucking 3 months, and he writes you a check for how much he wants to for that. Can literally happen because you don't know how to fucking read your contract. You don't know the language. You don't know the terminology. You don't know anything. You're just doing this shit. So you can't trust nobody. I got an accountant for my accountant. You feel me? I don't trust a motherfucker with my money. And they don't know each other. So it's 2 pit bulls watching each other. Yeah, like, yeah, I'm waiting on your ass. Yeah, like, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's always about the business. You should always want to learn what anything is before you get into it. I don't care if it's basketball, goddammit. Learn what the fuck people talking about when they say endorsement. You know what the fuck an endorsement is? You need to find the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it is. Learn the business. So that's my thing to it.
And that is some real talk right there. I don't even think we need an elaboration, man. That just is 100% right down the middle.
Yeah.
And also, Young and Restless was a part of the Fear of a Black Planet tour with artists such as Ice Cube and Digital Underground. I have to ask you, what was that tour like, being able to perform with those acts?
Man, listen, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. The Fear of the Black Planet tour is one of the highlights of my entire life. Like, literally, I'm talking about, like, that shit is up there with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, having my kids and being in there when they being born and couldn't have been. That Fear of the Black Planet tour is right up there with that shit. Because, like, you gotta understand, like, I'm a Miami rap artist. And I'm on tour with Chuck D, Flavor Flav, Public Enemy. I'm on tour with Kid and Play and Kwame, Queen Latifah, Ice Cube and Yo-Yo, the Ghetto Boys, the Afros, Kwame, Digital Underground. Like, this is a donkey tour, and we're on it. You know what I'm saying? So we had this you know, we always had these stigmas, and we've always had one when we were kids. Like, up north rappers didn't really like Florida rappers. You know, New York rappers didn't like Miami rappers. Like, it was always some sort of stigma. So we had the opportunity to be on the tour bus with all the other acts, but because of that, we opt out. And we rented our own vans, and you know what I'm saying, and we followed the buses on the tour. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how we went on tour, like that. But we were in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and I was going to do one of the youth summits, the Stop the Violence summits, and it was like all the heads of each group. So in the van, it was like Terminator X, Chuck D, Flavor Flav, Shot G, Money B, Tupac, Kid Play, me, Peekaboo, and Kwame, and Tasha. Tasha's the girl who sing the song, Only You Can Make Me Do the Things I Do, the Kwame record. She was on there, Peekaboo was on there, that's one of his dancers. So all of us on the van, shit in the driver, and so we fly, and Tupac turned around, and he looked at me, and he said, excuse me, bro, I can ask you a question. And I'm like, what's up? I tell the story all the time, it never changes. I'm like, what's up? He said, I like y'all music and everything, but why all y'all beats sound like Planet Rock? So I was like, Planet Rock? I was like, dude, I know you in there right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would get it. Like, so Money D jumped in, like, oh, no, you can't beat me dog rapping this and this. I'm like, well, I'll murder you too. So Kwame was like, no, I don't believe you. That's fine. Like, I'm saying, nigga, like, you too. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know, like, these dudes on these tour buses, I didn't know at the time, and you got to think this is like 1990. You know what I'm saying? 1991, something like that. We on tour with these dudes. They only tour bus. These niggas got pre-production studios on the tour bus. I'm telling you, we got back to the hotel in the battle. These niggas came off their bus. They went on the bus, came out. These niggas had big machines. Like, they really had little studios. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, all this shit finna be live. Ain't no beatboxing or beating on no table. Y'all niggas got all that. I'm finna light y'all ass up. We went in the room, Kwame room, because he was all his equipment. We went in Kwame room. He hooked up, started cranking up beats. So first it was Money B. Then it was Kwame. Then it was Tupac. Then my turn. Yeah, 13 rounds in a row. 13 of them in a row. Nigga, you niggas ain't fucking with me. You feel me? After them 13, I ain't had no more solo raps. So I called down to our room. I called Charles. Boy, yeah, I'm up on the level front. He get up here. He's like, what's going on? I said, I'm battling these niggas. He came to the room. You know, we finished that. You feel me? So that's how me and Tupac originally at first got down, was from that battle. And that became, like, on the tour, that was literally like my best friend. Like, I thought I was on a tour bus with them. You know what I'm saying? Me and Pac actually got in fights with other people before the shows. You know, like, it was like that shit. I loved that tour. That tour was the shit.
Before the phone cut out a little bit there,
right.
What's your favorite memory that you had the opportunity to share with Tupac?
The favorite memory? You want me to tell you right now, or we going back on the air, or what?
We're actually already back on the air.
Oh, shit, I ain't know that.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so my favorite Tupac memory. I say I got about 3 of them. All of them, like, but in different facets of my relationship with him. Okay, so like the first one is because me and him got so clicked up, like, you feel me? Like before the shows, after we go in the room, in our dressing rooms and shit, everybody had their own dressing rooms. So we'll go in there, we'll pray before we go on stage, and then, you know, on the way to these private dressing rooms, you know what I'm saying? We stop by and let everybody know we go on stage, we gonna holler at y'all, this and the third. So I run down there to Digital Underground room, we go holler at my dog, you know what I'm saying? And now I bust the door door open, right? And this is the first time I ever seen do this shit. Like, Pop was in the dressing room with this girl, and this girl, I never saw the girl's face, but I saw, you know, like the private school skirts. Those was red, black, and yellow. I saw the skirt on the table. I saw her legs over his shoulders, and my dog pants was down to his goddamn boots, and he was fucking the shit out of this goddamn girl backstage before the fucking show even started. I'd never seen that shit before in my life. Like, damn, like, this nigga getting pussy before the show. Like, that shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And so I go on stage, and the fucking girl is in the front row. I couldn't fucking. I was like, ain't nobody that know this bitch just got to finish getting fucked back here but me and Pop. That's it. Like, we only want to know. Like, that's one of my fondest memories of him. It's that one right there. Then we were in Meridian, Mississippi, in this hotel one night. The hotel had like a basement, kind of like a bottom floor. I have to say, I don't even know how to word that shit, but it was like a little bar nightclub downstairs, and we was down there fucking with some hoes, and it was one of these niggas hoes, you know what I'm saying, we fuck with her, but actually Pop the one fucking with her. I was fucking with her friend, you know what I'm saying, and the girl nigga getting mad at her, you know what I'm saying, blah, this, blah, this, but anyway, nigga, long story short, me and Pop ended up beating this nigga ass up, like, right here inside the motherfucking hotel, and the crazy part was, like, we jumped him, but when the security came and the police came, they threw him out because, like, we were guests at the hotel and we on some celebrity shit, like, the area we was, you ain't supposed to be down here. We called you, like, that was the other thing about, like, we get to pick and choose what bitches come in the hotel, you know what I'm saying, and this was one of them in this particular area we were in. This girl happened to be one of the ones who got picked. Pop picked her. Like, let her in. Like, we could do this kind of shit. So if your bitch was here and she got picked and she chose to come back here, that's what happened. But somehow he got in or whatever, and we ended up smashing his ass. So that's my second fondest Tupac memory. And then my third one is he came down here to Miami one night. He had a concert at Studio 183, the original Studio 183. He had a concert there, and it was him, it was MC Light, and I can't remember who the fuck else it was, but it was, you know, one of them other, like, conscious kind of rappers. And he had just dropped Tupacalypse Now. You feel me? No, what the hell? Yeah, Tupacalypse. He had just dropped that. With straight ballers and all that shit on there. You know what I'm saying? And it had been like a year and a half since we had seen each other. So I went because I was like, that's my dog, you know what I'm saying? But you know, when you gone that long and you're active and they active, you don't really think people be remembering you like that. And man, listen, right? So me being who I was, I got backstage. I wasn't in the audience and shit like that. And I walked up to the side of the stage, man, because I was sitting on ground level. I wasn't on the stage, just on the side of the stage. And dog was rapping. It's like, I don't know how this nigga seen me in his peripheral vision, but when he walked over to the side of the stage and tried to give me five, I gave him five. He was going to grab my wrist and pull my ass up on the stage with his ass. Like, this my nigga, this whole speech, how he knew, like, and that right there is like, my founding sponsor, because it's like three different things. We got the hoes, we got smashing niggas, and then like acknowledgement of like, nigga, this is my dog. I know him. He got like, you know what I'm saying? And those are my three favorite Tupac memories, all of them.
Sounded like Tupac was a fun guy to hang out with, man. Most definitely.
That's my dude, man. That was my dude right there. That was my dude. I remember, like, and it's crazy. I was working on a project that was called Life, and Money Mark, me and him from Money Mark for Trey Plus 6, he was trying to flip a slide at the time. Me and Money Mark always just stay like in the same duplex somewhat, you know what I'm saying? And I'll never forget when they announced that Parker got shot and then came back later and said he died in the hospital. Listen, man, I was on the living room floor crying like a baby. And Money Mark was looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? Like, this nigga, like, you act like you know, like he didn't know. He didn't know the relationship. He didn't, man, I cried like a goddamn baby. I know Mark would remember that shit right there too. Mark, if you listening, you know what I'm saying? I know he remember that right there too. Like, I cried like a baby. Like, that was my dude, man. And so, then they came out with all these conspiracy theories. Oh, he ain't dead. And oh, you got to listen to Machiavelli Illuminati album. And he said he was going to fake his death. And oh, he ain't Cuban. All this other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So My dog Peter Thomas, he had the How Can I Be Down conventions used to be out here on South Beach all the time. I used to attend every one on Peter. That's my nigga. Shout out to Peter Thomas. That's my dog. You feel me? So I used to slide down there and fuck with him, and lo and behold, Shout G and Money B down here one day for the How Can I Be Down convention. So all us, my dog, who I was fucking with at the time, I don't want to call his name because he's a rat. So at that time, we jumped in the vert, you know what I'm saying, getting the dick back on him, and all three of us in the back seat while this nigga driving. And we talking about everything, and I'm like, bro, listen, like, is he really dead? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, because I know y'all niggas know, like, you know, is he really dead? And man, listen, man, we on this Remy and shit, bro, and listen, dog. Up to our 3 grown-ass men in the back seat, literally, like, we was fucked up, bro. Like, we cried. Like, I mean, the same cry I had in the house, I had all over again in the fucking back seat. And they had Whitney in the back. Like, we were so crying so bad that the nigga driving was looking at us like, damn, like, you know, and he ran into the back of a police officer. You know what I'm saying? So the police get out, you know what I'm saying? Come like that. He see all three of us back here, like, crying. And nigga like, man, fuck y'all. He was get back in his car. And that's like, it was too much going on in the car. It's 3 grown-ass emotional men back here crying their eyes out. He didn't want to deal with no shit like that. Like, man, fuck y'all. Ain't no damage to this car. You got back in this shit, and he left. But yeah, man, that was my dude, man. I fuck with that guy along with when Pop was living, man. That was my nigga, man. I wish he was still here because he brought so much shit to the game. And it's like, people don't believe it. I really don't give a fuck if they believe it or not, but I know the influence that I had on him fucking with a nigga like me because I changed his whole rap style. Like, dog didn't rap the way he rapped. And if you listen to him, you hear me. Like, the passion in his voice, you hear that shit in me. You feel me? The way I talk, the way I'm adamant about what I believe, the way I speak so strongly and what the fuck I say, and I say what I mean. You feel me? Like, yeah, I did that to dog. You feel me? And this shit happened with the battle. The battle did that. And then us fucking with each other how we was, it was like, y'all pick up parts and characters real good. I mean, look at the part he played in Juice. You know what I'm saying? Look at the part he played in all these other movies. He can grab a character and lock it to that bitch, and I feel like that's what he did with me. And I'm glad of it. I was proud of him, you know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't rapping like that. But I love it. And that was my nigga, man. That was my nigga.
And I do have to say, man, Tupac, rest in peace. He's one of my absolute favorites as well. I got a Tupac tattoo on my chest, man, so he most definitely influenced me as well.
That's what's up. Now, that's what's up. That's big right there.
And so you were also in the process of writing your own book. I have to ask you, can you tell us a little bit more about that? And also, what can our listeners expect when that book drops?
The book is actually my autobiography. It's a tell-all. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I had to sit down with my attorneys about it because I didn't want to write like how the urban novelists write their urban books. So like, okay, you want to tell the true story, but change all the names and change the locations and the addresses and the dates and tell a story right off. No, this ain't that. This is my biography, you feel me? So if it happened, I told it. As long as, what my attorney was saying, he told me, he's like, as long as you're telling your story, you know what I'm saying? Anybody who's attached to my story, I don't got to change shit. I can tell exactly who the fuck I was with when I went over here and smacked this nigga. I could tell exactly who I was with. They were in the car. They drove me over to this girl house who really fucked with my dog. His baby mama went. I fucked her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I could tell her name and his name. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, as long as you're tell-all and you're not lying, and you're not telling their story. You're telling your own story and who's around at the particular time, you good to go. And so, shit, the book got everything in it. Like, from my childhood, how I got into music, my first real street endeavors with who grafted me in the streets before all this rap shit. I'm talking about just like 4th grade, 3rd grade shit. Like, I was in a little gang then, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't a gang, it was a clique, man. I didn't have gangs, you know what I'm saying? Like, baby 2-2-hour players, you feel me? I was a part of that, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my dudes in the city. Yeah, like, it tells about that. Like I said, certain sex affairs with other people's wives and not in those words. Drug deals that went great and others that went bad. You know, shit like that. Who's really responsible for certain shit when I was there? And, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's my tell-all. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't really holding it back. It's actually, because after talking to the publishing company, Author House, that's who's publishing the book, Author House Publishing. I had to send them like the first 3 pages. That's all they asked me. And send me the first 3 pages. know if we're interested. And man, dude, listen, man emailed me back in like 15 minutes with a phone number, like, call me. So I called him, he's like, yo, you want to make this a movie? So I was like, damn, like, let's look at the book first. Like, he's like, yo, like, this shit, just the first 3 pages, because I had took off from the beginning. The name of the book is called Get to Know Me, the true life story of a Miami rap legend. You feel me? So I jumped in with some shit, because remember, I'm a songwriter. I jumped in with some shit at the get-go that just made him read the whole 3 pages and come back as he was like you want to do a movie with this shit. But after sending him chapters after chapters after chapters, what he informed me was like, you have to do this shit in Chronicles. You know what I'm saying? Because like the first 19 chapters I got, I haven't even made it to P.O.D Entertainment yet. You know what I'm saying? I ain't getting even tell about how we formed P.O.D, or what the first album was, how I became the first artist, how all the other I got into no P.O.D stories whatsoever in the first 19 chapters. So he's like, we're gonna do this shit like Chronicles, like you gotta do volume 1, volume 2, and volume 3. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at with the book. But the book gonna be fire. Like who all I've been on tour with, like how many shows we did, who was real in the industry at that time. Because I got some very great ghetto boy stories. And outside of Willie D, the niggas is not living like that. Like niggas that's not cut from that kind of cloth. You know what I'm saying? Like I done seen you niggas like run from a limousine because Willie D was there. Like I done seen like everything is in the book, man. Everything like. You know, I was gonna paint your ass after the show for the ass out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like this shit is deeper than Nino Brown, you know what I'm saying? So the book is a tell-all, you know what I'm saying? And all your listeners right now, trust me, when the drop them will get back at you, you tell everybody what it is, it's gonna be one of the best reads ever, trust me.
And I have to ask you this, P.O.D. Since we have you here, and you were talking about that you are a Miami rap legend, which is absolutely true, but I have to ask you, the people that came after you, like Trick Daddy, Rick Ross, and Ace Hood, since you're out in Florida, I have to ask you, who should we be looking out for next that's actually in the hip-hop scene currently?
Who would I say y'all have to be looking out for next? Okay, from my perspective, there's a couple of them, but the ones who I really feel like gonna be them guys, you got Bugatti Beats, and you got Aqua. Aqua is a female artist, Bugatti Beats is a male artist, and when I say, like, got it, like, I'm talking about, like, originality, creativity, delivery, grammar, diction, can ride a beat, can go either way you want them to go on the same song, or, like, they have. To me. And I do music, you know what I'm saying? I'm a musician. I'll never tell nobody like I'm a rapper. No, I'm a musician, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know great music when I hear it. And as far as other songs, they're the next to the blow. Like, we got some other people doing their thing right now, but as I was saying, like, they're doing the same thing over and over and over and over. Like, you sound just like Lucci, and Lucci sounds just like, what that boy name is, Rich Gang, Young Thugger, and Young Thugger sounds just like Future, and Future sounds just like, fuck all that shit, man. Where the new shit at? And so that's what I feel like it is.
So also, you released the album I Am Legend last February. I have to ask you, where can our listeners purchase or stream that album?
I Am Legend is actually a project I was doing under my own label, which is MLK Music Group. That's a project I was doing with one of the first artists from MLK Music Group, which is my little cousin, and he's actually the president of the company. You know what I'm saying? So his name is 6'2 Legend. That project was called I Am Legend, and that's available on all platforms right now. Like, you can go anywhere and get that album right there. And it's pressure, you know what I'm saying? I no longer have any ties to the label, you know what I'm saying? And I don't mind saying why. Okay, so let me say why I don't really fuck with MLK Music Group like that no more. I love my little cousin, so don't get it fucked up. He's very talented, and all the other artists on the label are very talented. Don't get it fucked up, but I get tired of, like, you know, you can't tell a motherfucker who know everything, you can't tell him shit. That's how I am. Like, I don't like talking to a motherfucker and you ain't never did shit. And I'm trying to tell you what to do and how to do it. And you're saying you already know, and your way is the best way. But you ain't getting shit. You're not doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never put out a mix CD in my life. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Like, what the fuck is a mix CD? What is that? Let me explain my understanding of a mix CD. Okay, so you're going to pay for production. You're going to pay a producer. You're going to pay an engineer. You're going to pay for studio time. Then you're going to go in and you're going to record this record. You're going to mix it. You're going to master it. You're going to edit it. Then you're going to get this shit and print it up and you're going to give it the fuck away for free? What the fuck is that? Who do that? Boy, my beats cost like $1,500 a bit for my producers. You think I'm going to just print this shit up and give it to you for free? I had to pay my engineer like $75 an hour to mix and master this shit. You know what I'm saying? I got to go and buy a box of CDs, wholesale, and print this shit up, and then got to go over here and press covers on it, pay for artwork, pay for it, and I'm going to give you niggas my shit for free? I don't even know what the fuck that is. I don't understand that. That's like me going to buy a fucking kilo of Coke and I'm finna stack up motherfucking 20s and let y'all go in here and just get the whole bomb for free. Man, kiss my ass. You got me fucked up. I ain't doing no shit like that. No. And that's what I do with my music. Like, when I go in on my music, I pay. I pay because I want the best shit. And when I'm fucking with my producers, when I'm fucking with my engineers, when I'm fucking with my studios, I want them to feel their best when they're doing my shit. So I'm going to pay him good, we finna eat good, we finna smoke good. He like this little red bitch, he can fuck good. Get your ass in handle this shit right here, bring the best up out this shit, and he will tell everybody about it. And so now that's half of my promotion and marketing right there. You feel me? Treat people good, like rock how you supposed to rock. But I ain't giving a motherfucker nothing. You know what I'm saying? You go on and you download my shit, your ass gonna take 99 cents per song, if not more. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing free, no. But the I Am Legend project is free. You know what I'm saying? That shit's free download, everybody. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to pay for none of that shit. Go and get it, though. You know what I'm saying? But book them. If you like it, book them. I'm on that. I understand that. That's how you going to get your money in. But, man, I don't fuck that. I don't know that. Now, you go get the P.O.D. shit. That's your Amazon line. You got to pay for that shit right there. That shit on Rhapsody line. You got to pay for that shit right there. You pay that shit on Spotify line. You got to pay. You got my shit, everything. My shit on all platforms. And you got to pay for that shit. I did the business. You feel me? We back to the business now. I ain't put none of that shit on there. You think I sat around and uploaded all my records to fucking iTunes? And fuck no. I did the business. And I let the business put my shit out here. And I just get my royalties. You feel me? DMI pay me good.
So I have to ask you, P.O.D., what's next for you, man? No, other than the book and the documentary, what is next for you?
To be honest with you, me and Mr. Charlie are actually doing another Leonerist album. We're going to do the last one of those. And being that they got me into doing that project, because I was done with this rapping shit. You know what I'm saying? I was done with it. So I'm going to do my final Bow Out Graceful album. My P.O.D., my last solo album, the Leonerist album, and then after that, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to quarterback this shit. I'm going to take my city back as the like, my label will be the label to fuck with after these two projects. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could get into how Po' Boy was built, and I'm the first Po' Boy. I can get into how, I can sit here right now on your station and tell you if it wasn't for P.O.D., it won't be no Flo Rida, it won't be no Rick Ross, it won't be no Jackie O, it won't be no Briscoe, won't be no Billy Blue, won't be no E-Class, won't be no Friendly, like no Freezy. Therefore, there will be no finger lickings and no Studio 183s. If it wasn't for P.O.D., I could say that shit right now, and these facts. And ain't now one of them will come and tell you nothing to contest what I just said, because they already know. If it wasn't for P.O.D. creating Po' Boy Entertainment and carrying this shit on his back as the first artist and brought all of us in, no one would have careers right now. I can say that.
And that's the truth, man. It really is, because the fact is, you started hip-hop out in Miami, man, so people have to respect and remember the individuals that came before them. Because if it wasn't for individuals like yourself, they would not have a career.
That's true, too, but I'm talking about literally, personally. Like, the first Rick Ross record anyone ever heard him on is my record. You know what I'm saying? It's the first Rick Ross record you ever heard. It's me. And Trent asked to get on that record. So I let Trent get on the record, and after Fat Boy heard it, because that's my dog, we call Rick Ross Fat Boy. After he heard it, he asked to get on it, and I let him get on it. And I put that out as my first single. And that shit is a fucking Florida, Georgia, Alabama classic. It's a classic. You feel me? That's the first Rick Ross record. You know what I'm saying? So when I say literally it wouldn't be none of them, I don't mean because of what I did back in the past. I'm talking about what I did in 1999 and 2000, which brought them under my label, under my Po' Boy, yeah, me and E-Class, yeah, all shit, yeah, like I did that. I'm literally responsible for these careers. Single-handed, I did that. That's what I mean when I say that. Like, I ain't shit like that, because I birthed that.
So this is the time in the interview, P.O.D, that I give a chance for the individual that comes on the show, just a chance to give shout-outs to whomever they want to give shout-outs to, but also your social media handles as well. That way our listeners can follow you if they're not already doing so.
Okay. So this is my shout-outs right now?
Yep.
I want to give a shout-out to Mr. Charlie. That's my dog, first and foremost. I would like to thank God, first and foremost, as well, like, first God all day. But shout-out to Mr. Charlie. Shout-out to my wife, Celeste. Shout out to all my kids, Norris, Lexus, you know what I'm saying, Rachel, LaBelle, DeJohn, Elijah, you know what I'm saying, to Charlotte, Octavian. Yeah, I got a few on, you heard me? Yeah, that part right there. Baby D, you know what I'm saying, shout out to all of them. Shout out to all of my fans, people who've been like supporting younger wrestlers at P.O.D. since day one. And I'm talking about like, these are classmates, so I'm talking like personal friends, like shout out to y'all, because if it ain't for y'all, won't be no me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you and Outlaw Radio for having me on and allowing me to, like, you know, brief these people on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And I like to give a shout out again back to my wife, but not just her, but all of the employees in our medical field, because she's one of the people on the front lines in the emergency room at Jackson Memorial Hospital, you know what I'm saying, who's dealing with all the people that's going through this coronavirus thing right now. So I want to give a shout out to everybody that's in healthcare, everybody that's dealing with the paramedics and the police and all this kind of stuff who got to put themselves out here every day. I want to give a shout out to each and every one of y'all. We need y'all. And to everybody that's, you know what I'm saying, going through the struggle right now, I want to give y'all a shout out, because it brings you back to a sense of reality. And at the end of the day, I always want to tell each and everybody, no matter how you may feel or how you may look at it, always put God first. Trust God. Trust God, He got us. We're going to get through this right here, and we're going to finish balling, and it's going to get greater later. You heard me? Now, as far as all my social media sites, my government name on Facebook, which is Leonerist Johnson, Leonerist. Johnson, common spelling, or you just put in Young Roses album and Google the information and it'll take you there from there. My Instagram is Flam Living Legend, FlamLivingLegend. Flam Living Legend. That's my IG. Facebook, my regular name. There's only two sites I really be fucking with. I don't do all that TikTok or that other shit. Whatever that shit is, they say go away in 15 seconds or something like that.
I don't even blame you with the TikTok, man. I think it's stupid too. I can't mess with it.
Yeah, I don't follow all that shit. So that's my Facebook and my IG, man. That's my shout outs, man.
I do want to say, P.O.D, thank you so much again for coming up on the show, man. It was an absolute honor and most definitely a privilege, man. Hopefully down the road we can make this happen again.
Definitely, we definitely will. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you a link, you know what I'm saying, once I finish all these projects, and just tell me where to send it. And I'm going to send it to you directly, make sure you got everything that come out. Like, when the book drop, make sure you got your first copies. You feel me? When the new album drop for Younger Restless, make sure you got the first copies. When my solo project drop, make sure you got the first copy. You feel me? Like, I'm going to plug you. So we locked in. You ain't got to trip. We going to be hearing from each other again.
Hey, most definitely, man. I greatly appreciate that, and I'm looking forward to it as well, man. You most definitely stay safe out there in Florida, man, and looking forward to talking with you soon.
That part right there. Younger Restless in the house.